The following program contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to Ox After Dark, the late night great night show where Dean the Dream Martin, John the Everyday Collector, Andy from Iconiq Studios, Mario the Professor, Money Mendez, Big O Fern, and Danik and Lee Walker talk about our dreams, our lives, our trials, our tribulations, and more. We got Badfish, Mark Pearson, Cuervo, Piroxilla, Tukatri, Equan, and Cody Jahay in the chat. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. It's hella early in the morning in your neck of the woods.
If this is the most muted people have ever heard me, it's because it's 4:30 a.m. and my missus starts a shift at the hospital in 2 hours. So I'm going to keep it down basically to be alive, to continue to do this job and everything that I do. So.
We also got Dennis Perez, Vane21. If you guys have any questions for Andrew / Iconiq Studios about their brand new pre-order of Ryu, please let us know. But in the meantime, how are things going with this? How has the community received this figure so far?
It's been received really, really well. I'm really happy with how, not only that, but it's been embraced really by Capcom as well. I don't know if you saw, but the Street Fighter page themselves were sharing it and things like that. So they're as behind it as we are, which is really good. The response has been really positive. There's been lots of questions around the seamless body and stuff, which obviously I've heard you guys talk about before, and I'm here to chat about and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been really positive, and I'm really happy with how it's come across. I have to say, every single time I see these photos on somewhere like Sideshow, it freaks me out because I took them all. So it's really weird to think that I took all those photos and they're now on Sideshow and all over the place. And Capcom, who I've been playing the games with, playing the games from as a kid, are sharing work that I've done. It's just insane. So
that's cool. Oh.
Kidding. Sorry about that. I was muting my mic. This is fantastic, and I know you did a really long form interview with OFAC about this figure, and I was super, that was one of my favorite episodes I think that we've ever done.
Thanks.
So big shout out to you guys for doing that. Have you? I know we kind of talked about it a little bit before stream, but have you gotten a little bit of an estimate of approximately how many of these you guys are going to be making, or is it still too early to tell?
It's very early to tell. A lot of people don't realise that when you put this stuff out, it's not like Facebook where you put something out and you can count the likes as they come in. All the retailers are going to put their orders in on the very, very last day to work out how many cases that they're buying. So we can get stuff like individually speaking to them, like how many of you sold up to press, this, that and the other. But it could be on the last day that we get an absolute boatload of orders or none. As regards additional stuff to what we already expect. So it's really hard to predict an exact number, which is also why we put that sort of iconic promise thing out. That you might have seen, because it was very much about saying that we're doing what we're doing rather than saying, oh, we're going to do 2,000 of these or we're going to do 4,000 of these, because I don't want to limit people at the point of pre-order and manufacture and stuff when we can actually make sure that those people are getting access to the stuff so people aren't killing each other to try and get one. But it's very important that we're clear about the numbers that we're producing, because I think it also shapes what the future line is and how much other stuff we produce and stuff like that. For example, I was expecting American Psycho, when we did that, to be relatively niche, and then the numbers came in and I was a little bit shocked. You know what I mean? It was a good 1,000 above what I expected. So it obviously there is an end number that we'll eventually get to and talk about in a more public way. But there's also other things that people sometimes forget as well. Like when you have a license agreement with a studio, quite often there's also an agreement for a certain amount that you will give that studio for free. So because everybody involved in the team will want one. You know, if
Right.
there's probably an artist and somebody else who made the deal and somebody wants one for their kids and all that sort of stuff. So even when you've got like numbered amounts and stuff, there is still slightly more in the wild because there'll be stuff that's agreed to be given as part of that licensing agreement, and it's things like that people just don't know or don't think about on the outside. So because we only look at it from a collector's point of view, and I did, and when I saw that in a license agreement for the first time, I was like, what, really? And then every licensing agreement I've seen has had it in, ranging from we want 5 to we would like 150.
God
You
damn.
like polar opposites, you know.
Jesus.
So
Are you able to tell us approximately how many of the Batemans were made? Or going to be made, I guess?
let me give you. I would rather give the official numbers on that in the future. I will say it's definitely above the 2,000 mark. I think it's probably above the 3 actually. I'd need to check. It's not me who
Yeah.
necessarily deals with all the numbers, but because there's all this. There's a lot of it where there'll be a big number from obviously like Sideshow and big distributors and stuff like that, but there's also things where a small retailer independently in Spain will order 6, and sort of you've got to look at all that and balance
Yeah.
it all up. So it's
we had
it's
a
big.
we had a local retailer put it up for pre-order, and I was like, "Oh shit, I know that guy!
Yeah.
I fucking know that guy." It was so cool when
It's
Rick
really
Soller
weird.
sent us the email. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, my man going big time." Mr. Musashi asks, "What's up, all? Great to see Andy here. Not sure if you covered it already, but have you talked about body durability? Do you want to maybe touch on that a bit? That's one of the biggest questions I think we've gotten in our
Absolutely,
streams."
absolutely. We'll just do that, shall we? And say, body tests have been a massive thing. Really important for how we've gone around things. This body has been in hand since 2019. Okay, so that is my existing copy. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful tests. This one's scuffed to hell and dusty and been left out, and like it's this is the one that's had blue tack on it for head tests, and it's been tested with red geese and stuff like that for maybe future releases to make sure that color stain doesn't happen. It's all that sort of thing. Now, when it comes to durability, obviously there's the testing that I went through myself from when we started this was using really, really wild poses and leaving it for a fortnight and then changing up those poses and doing that repeatedly for near enough a year. Because the beauty of the COVID thing, not sure if I'm allowed to say that here actually, God, but the beauty of it has been that certain things slowed down, so it enabled me to just like thoroughly test it because it wasn't a matter of we had to rush things out the door. So that was quite important. So so it meant that we got to test ridiculous poses and stuff like that. Now, I remember somebody commented on one of our pages saying, "I want to guarantee that this figure is going to last for 10 years." And I remember somebody saying that, and I was like, "I don't think my television's guaranteed for 10 years, or my PlayStation, or whatever. And I can't guarantee that to everybody that something's going to last forever. Your mileage may vary depending on what you do, how you keep stuff. For example." Having been incredibly involved in sort of the video game things for a while and bought and sold and stuff like that, there's a difference when you buy a Nintendo Wii from somebody who's kept it in pristine condition and from somebody who smokes 40 a day. One of them's bright yellow, one of them's pristine. It's very obvious,
is
and
what we
that's
call
one. Yeah, and sort of the big thing from my perspective is I've tested it within the limits. Obviously, we have people in China, Hong Kong, who have these bodies who are doing the same thing. So they're in a lot hotter environment with, obviously AC and all that sort of thing. In the UK, we don't really have AC like you guys do. So it's pretty much, we have the ambient temperature of a house. And that's what conditions my bodies have been in for this. So it has very much been a rigorous testing process. But that's the limit to which we can do it. I can't travel into the future for 10 years. And say yes, they're perfect still, but I do think a lot of things have we've planned in the development stage with TBL. For example, the Ryu body's got a lot of muscle mass, which is very different to some of the other bodies that they've got. Which people have commented on. Oh, the elbows look really different. Yeah, because we designed them that way. You know what I mean? So they look a specific way when they're bent. to maintain that definition and that sort of shape has been very, very important for all aspects of design. So yeah, it's been a long process, but it's something that I'm very happy with. I mean, obviously you only see me flick this up in front of a webcam, but if you want to see it, I put on my old YouTube channel a video up there of like properly manipulating the figure, so you can see some of the extremes that it can go to. So I hope that answers some questions. If you want to ask anything more detailed on that, you can.
Yeah, Andy, man, this is exciting. I'm a Street Fighter fan, from way back, playing as in my youth, Street Fighter 2. I understand this is from Street Fighter 5, and I'm excited for this release. I'm still on the fence, and I think the one thing that'll kind of like push me over that fence and pick up this Ryu, are we potentially gonna see any more figures from this line or from this IP come to the line?
Well, right at the end of the trailer, you'll see a certain other character in a red gi hinted at on the video trailer. The last couple of seconds, just there. It's hidden there deliberately.
Okay.
That there is other stuff that's already developed. I will say long term. If you're saying to me, which is a bigger question, which we get all the time, is like, are we going to do Zangief? Are we going to do a Street Fighter 2 Ryu? Are we going to do Dalsim? Characters that are more abstract depend on the success of the main core line, because I can tell you right now that no matter how much people are excited about stuff or whatever, Dalsim will sell less than a Ryu. I can tell you that because there is that's just fact. But the reality is that body is going to have to be produced. It'll be a one-off. There's probably no reuses for it. So it's a very costly process, and even creating this body was a costly process compared to, just getting it off the shelf. Getting it off the shelf was an option. We were aware of of one of the plastic bodies that was coming out from another company. I think it was Worldbox. We were aware of that ahead of time, and one of the key things when we were dealing with Capcom was very much around articulation, like you see there with the whole double arm thing, and in that video that's on the screen, obviously the chest is a really important thing that people don't think about with a figure like this. So I don't know if you've had standard 1/6 that have a sword, but getting somebody to hold a sword and reach across their body is very, very difficult, because your natural body, your collarbone and everything compresses to reach across your body in real life. And so the putting the arms forward on Ryu very much required the centre of that chest to be soft. So this is where the seamless thing came in. And we could still put joints in potentially, but I think because of what this body looks like, it's a very difficult sort of tightrope to walk. Of, did you go full seamless? Do you make joints? Do you go solid plastic? And I think one of the things that you've always got to look at is, what are the end results and how have you got there? And the end result of the Ryu is we're very happy with, sort of its look and its form. We understand that how some people feel about seamless, but I think it's a very, very difficult thing. I will point out that one of you, I think there was a lot of talk of Barbie legs, I think, in one of the videos previously, and the materials that they use. As a person who had a sister with lots of Barbies, I will say they do have degradation issues depending on the year that they were produced, and stuff like that. So it's one of those things that we had to do a lot from the engineering point of view to make sure that the decisions were right on this. And because going back to the question with like a Dalsim or another figure in the line, we really need to make sure that sort of interest is there from the core fan base. Because as much as I'd love to do everything from Blanco was my original character as a kid, and then it went to Guile, and then it was Ryu and Ken, and I want to have that whole ensemble myself. But it is very much dependent on the community, and their relation to it. And that's honestly why you will see it with a lot of lines where companies just stop. I'll never, obviously I understand we're a newer company, so we've already got it factored in that we don't expect this to do, sort of I don't know, 20, 30,000 figures out of the gate. We don't expect that, so we're not expecting everybody to have to run out and you know, and do that. That's the only way it'll happen. But at the same time, we need to be realistic in about you know the cost-effective nature of it and how many are produced, etc., etc. Which is one of the reasons that we co-own the mold for this body and that we're not releasing it separately, because one of the things we want to make sure is that the third party will struggle to reproduce this figure. That's one of the realities of it, is that you're not going to be able to get the body on the secondary market. So recasting the heads and the hands and things like that would be a pointless effort, because you're not going to be able to use those feet on a stock body. And it's that sort of thing that's it really. So yeah. If I'm rambling, it's 4:30 in the morning, so I do apologise.
It's great.
Yeah, no, I mean it's exciting to hear that you mentioned how the companion piece, with the red gi is being considered. So that's what's got me over the fence.
Yes, red gi.
Yeah,
I'm in my hands.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man. I mean, I can't. This is something I can't pass up. I mean, it looks absolutely phenomenal, dude. And congrats on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, the thing that always stands out to me that a lot of people ask questions around, and I'm seeing it on the video now, is obviously the bent feet thing. We had a choice around, did we put a joint in where the angles are or not? And for me, one of the big important things was fighting poses. And I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate it if there's an iconic pose that you can't hit because of limitations of the figure. And that was one of the things that was very important right away, was, well, we need feet that allow him to pose properly so you can actually do fighting poses for a fighting game character. So that's why we put the split there. And that's my original copy of my Street Fighter game that I still own in that video. So there you go. So when you said I've been playing Street Fighter since childhood, I still play my childhood copy. So
nice.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
let me ask you this question, and I don't mean it to
Sure.
be leading at all. But if I know 10 years is probably out of the question to guarantee anything, and I mean, like you said, my kid got a TV and that shit lasted 6 months, and now I'm trying to deal with
Ouch.
all that warranty stuff. But and of course conditions vary, and also the way people treat their figures vary. But if a collector does have an issue, and if they're not able to get that body on the secondary market, is that something that you guys will either be able to replace directly, or will they be able to replace the bodies in the future direct from you guys?
There is a few things that we're looking at that I can't fully discuss, but what I'll say is, obviously in the short term there is your original retailer contact and everything like that, and your normal terms of service apply, etc., etc. We've already got agreements for replacement or issues in place with TBL. So that's kind of already agreed. There is something we're looking at about potential confirmation from an original user who can prove that they've purchased a figure, you know what I mean, or that they have one. So we're not just issuing bodies right, left, and centre to people. Because I will be really clear that there has been. I know for a fact that third party have reached out for this body that's not theirs already.
Yeah.
To try and acquire one. I know, I've been told. So it's
wow.
which I find hilarious. But that's what it is. So we have to maintain an element of control over it, especially the young company. That's quite important. But I can't really announce anything because I need to make sure I don't want to come on a thing and promise something that's not finalized.
For sure. Yeah, well, at least there's a process kind of behind the scenes you guys are working on. Marcos from Collector Zone says, I believe we'll be offering these tomorrow. I think the body is fantastic. Yeah, that body is absolutely incredible.
He's talking about my body, not the figure's body, obviously.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course.
And Andy, I got a question.
Sure.
So you mentioned you tested this body and you had it posed for a couple weeks at a time just to see what the durability was.
Yeah.
So how long, in your recommendation, would you leave the elbows bent in this sort of a pose like this? Like, how long do you think you can get away with doing something like this?
You see, I would say, for me personally, and this is me as a collector, I'm not saying this is Iconiq even, right? I would never leave any figure and I'm talking like clothed standard plastic body in a pose with arms for 2 weeks at a time. The reason is, and you get degradation like just in clothing, right? If you have, we've all had a pair of jeans that have worn out the crotch, surely. You know what I mean?
Mario.
Wow, how ironic.
Like that.
Yeah, I've been doing
Damn it,
that.
Zach.
I'm sorry.
So I've lost my train of thought now. But yeah, the whole point is that you know, full stop. I'd always make sure to remove it. I mean, my recommendation would be, you know, that this is a week, 2 week. Change the pose out, allow it to relax, then you can go back at it. You know what I mean? We've put as much sort of flexibility as we can, but you know, it's material. That's what it is at the end of the day. The other option was to do sort of like these blown plastic arms, but you're not going to get the definition or the range of movement out of them. You're going to get something similar to, I don't know, some of the old Storm bodies and things like that. If we'd have gone that way. But yet again, as I say, with a clothed figure, I'd never recommend in any climate. Like I think famously a lot of the I'm trying to not name specific figures because I think it's unfair to be doing that about other companies.
Just let me know. I'll do
about
it.
people.
I'll do it. I have no problem.
But like for example, if you've got like a costume that's got pleather on it, right? Pleather's a porous material, okay, and as is silicone, or any derivative of it. And when you put two pieces of porous material together, obviously, they both try to sort of absorb each other, you know, they interlink and stuff like that, which means that these things have the tendency to stick together and cause problems, like on normal clothing. You know, that's before you get into sort of seamless things. So it's always about maintaining that. Now Fison figures or TBL are coated in a fine dust to stop that happening. That's why you probably get those. Have you ever had one of these bodies before?
Yeah.
And obviously the dust's to stop that happening. But you know, on pleather clothes, you don't have that. So it's something you should always be relaxing all your clothes on your figures, regardless of what brand they are. Not just us, but everything.
No, I really agree that it was good that you guys went with the TV League body with this. I think it just looks way better, and I'm a fan of these bodies. Like, I prefer this over jointed stuff, you know, with the issues included. Like, I understand all that, and I still prefer this, but and like you were saying earlier, I also think that due to the musculature of this character, like, that really does lend a lot to posing, because the, like, say the M34 or the M33, I don't remember which one was the buff one, the biggest one from TV League, but
the M35 is the biggest, but it's slightly shorter than the M34, I think, or it might be the other way around height wise, but yeah, it's 34, 35 are the buff ones.
The arms
this
are
is
still
way bigger.
Yeah, the arms are still a good bit smaller, so when you bend the elbow, you know, it bends. I don't know why it bends. Like, it'll bend more than this because of the way his biceps is and everything, so it'll rip quicker. So I think the big musculature lends to the helping of it staying intact for longer. But
yeah, I mean, like, so just actually bring you up, you can see how tight those arms are there. You know,
I got one more question for you. It's not necessarily to do with the figure. It's the same thing we're talking about. But where do you stand on user error versus the companies doing stuff to fix these? You know, because it seems like you're pretty smart about it. You understand that it's not just the figure; it's up to how you take care of it. So, where do you fall on that debate?
It's a difficult line. I will say that we have tried to. There's a, how can I put it? There's a thing where it's really important to put in as many common sense steps in this. As a person who also deals with board game development and stuff like that, it's almost like you've got to meta it and work out what Joe Blogs may do out of the gate that would critically be a problem, and that they wouldn't understand, and that would potentially cause issues. So sometimes when you, I completely understand why some other brands are sewing their figures into their clothes. I completely understand that, because what they're trying to do is prevent somebody undressing it and breaking a snap and then saying, "Oh, my figure's broke."
Yeah.
You know, so what a lot of these companies, and us included, are trying to do is putting simple things in place to make sure that there isn't as much user error as possible. I would always say the instruction manual's, very important to be read in any figure, but you can't guarantee every single person's going to do that. So the very important thing is to make sure that how can I put it, that we're very open on social media, and that's why I come on things like this, to be able to talk to people and say, I want to be really clear about what we're doing and the choices that we're making. One of the things, we're going to announce something about the Ali bus, because that's like imminently shipping. We're in a global shipping crisis, so it's a bit of an interesting thing at the moment. But I've got pictures of the Ali boxes all stuck, stacked in a room, ready to go. And it's there's going to be something on that bust which we've put in there, which we're going to announce on social media, which is about how to use the head with other bodies and stuff like that. So obviously not every single person's going to know that, but we're going to need to, it's about putting as much communication out there as we can. So yeah, I'm very aware a few people in the comments might be asking something about
yeah, Mr.
about a few
Musashi
things as well.
says, have any of your perspectives as a collector changed after designing your own figures, understanding manufacturing limitations, how to manage criticisms and reviewing, etc.?
Massively. That's a really good question. I think there's several sections to break that down. So first of all, as a collector, there is a million things people don't understand about licensing. What you can do, what you can't do, why you can't do it. Like, just the approvals process with, quite often the star or the star's agent's going to have to look at it if it's a real person, or like in the case of something like Street Fighter, has to go back to the artists and the team who were involved to make sure that it meets their requirements. That's the very first thing. But you also then get things where certain people didn't sign the contract back in the day that said that their likeness is involved with that movie. So you then get things with like, I'm just trying to think of examples that without spoiling stuff. One of the famous ones. I can't. I'll be in real trouble. One of the real examples is aliens, like with NECA and stuff like that. I know for a fact that not all the stars' likenesses are connected to aliens, so they have to go and individually get everybody's stuff, and there's a lot of working around with properties like that where it's not always tied in. So that's why sometimes we don't get certain figures that we'd really, really want. It's like I'm very suspicious why there's not a Daniel Craig Bond, for example, and I bet you anything that's to do with he said, I'm not interested in my likeness, and that's why there's a million third parties and it's not challenged.
Wow,
that can be the only reason for that. So that's that. As a reviewer and criticism and stuff, I don't think people understand how much work goes into stuff behind the scenes, how many decisions there are, on each individual thing. You can go through the process of testing something, printing, going through the whole process of following through on an idea, and then it not working and you needing to go back to the drawing board and work out how that needs to work. One of the really big examples of an idea that paid off was the linked hands for the Hadouken pose, because it meant that it was one of those things where we're like, how can we guarantee that there's not a million bad pictures of people's hands like this, all over the shop when people are taking product photos themselves, and it was like, well, we can do that by having a fixed set pair of hands that people plug into, and then at least it should look consistent right across the board, from the user side, so there's not that user error that we were talking about before. So yeah.
Andy, I'm going to move away from the questions for a second. I'm going to alleviate some of that pressure. All right?
How dare you?
I just want to say thank you and show my appreciation. Starting with the body. The way that body looks, the way it was executed, looks phenomenal. I'm one, everyone knows it. I don't like to articulate the figures too much. It's a museum pose, and the figure sits there and doesn't move, or it stays in the box. But the way we were showing the video, and you can see you articulating the body, I would feel confident in putting that in a dynamic pose with absolutely no issues. The second thing that I'd like to show appreciation for is the statement that you made in regards to reissues. Okay, so myself, that's the one thing that just really ticks ticks me off in this hobby is the way these companies are approaching reissues, and just the fact that you're coming out and making a statement and saying, hey, you know what, we're dedicated to the collector. This is not a road that we're going to follow. I just want to show my appreciation, because I think that is that's a true statement to your overall customer service. And the final thing I want to add is
I appreciate that. I will comment on something on that in a second, but yeah, I'll let you go.
Sure. The only final thing I want to add is, because I know we've been discussing on the last couple shows about pre-orders and when you should pre-order and should you pre-order. This is a good example of when you should support a up-and-coming company that is producing fantastic product. This is when you should pre-order to support the company. And that's my 2 cents. And I'll call it a night. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I appreciate your hard work, Andy.
Wow.
No, thank you very much. I mean, those things I would like to say that I think that. So first of all, let's talk about the pre-order thing. Yeah, it is, like you said, it is about, there is a financial element to things. You know, I have investors, we have people like that are involved, and there is now. Luckily, they're all very happy with everything that's going off, so that's great. But I think a really good example, and it ties the other side thing with the promise together, that I like to talk about, is I think Mesco's model's really nice. I don't know if you get any. I know some of you guys are involved in like the 1/12 stuff. You know, you do unboxing and stuff for the smaller figures. Mesco don't really do reissues, but they don't acknowledge it publicly. It's just kind of like, we don't do them. We do, what's out there's out there, and that's fine. That's a fine model. But you get a lot of people that will sometimes wait for possibly another version of a figure coming out or it being reissued. I'm just going to hold and wait and not pre-order it the first time and wait till it comes out. And then, like, you look at the Conan now for those guys, and it's the price is through the roof because everybody is like searching for that figure now on the aftermarket, and they've obviously produced a lot less because people didn't do that.
That's me.
So yeah, and luckily I did pre-order one, but it's one of those things that I totally get. The flip side of it is how we had to walk that line of, do we tell people or do we not tell people, or do we go this reissue route and whatever. And we had a big discussion about it, and I think that the really key thing to talk about is, we are not saying that there will never be a Ryu that Iconiq Studios ever does again. We are not saying that that's the case. But if it was, it would be Street Fighter 2 Ryu or something completely different. It's not going to be this figure again. Because
not the color variant in the gray.
I'm not saying that there won't be variants of stuff. I can't guarantee it with this figure because I don't think it's something we've looked at. Evil Ryu's not in Street Fighter 5. He's got a different name. And he's got like a cavity in his chest, which would require a whole new body because of silicone. So there's lots of interesting things like that. There are versions of Ryu that I would really like to do. I'm a big fan of the battle version, or the hot Ryu as people call it, with the beard. But obviously, I saw a few people that said previously, oh well, why didn't this one come with a beard head? Because the design is completely different. The hands are different. The costuming's different. He's got scars on. That would be an entirely new figure if we went for that, for example. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's very important for us to out the gate say, the version of the figure is the version we're doing, and after that's gone, it's gone. And be very clear about it so people aren't on the fence. Do I buy it? Don't I buy it? If you buy it, if you like it and buy it, great. If you decide to pick it on the aftermarket because you've chosen to buy it on the aftermarket for whatever price you've chosen to buy it for, that's your choice. It's not going to be immediately undercut tomorrow by us putting another version of it out. And I think that's the important thing, is that it's not about encouraging scalping, because I've literally said we're not we're producing this to order. We're producing this based on the amount of people that pre-order, and then we'll produce a surplus based on how many that we think need for spare parts and stuff like that. And that's how it will work basically. So it's more just about being very, very clear about what we're doing, and that's why we put the statement out.
So with a company like, I guess just companies in general, you have here that the pre-order closes in 16 days. Will companies typically over-order those so they can offer that pre-order window for a bit longer, or do you think like it's going to be a finite wait list at that point?
Sometimes they do. It depends on the size of the store, I'd imagine. You've got to bear in mind that what we'll do is we'll ship in cases. So like, I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but like, for example, like there's not only there's the Hot Toys shipper box, but often there's Hot Toys cases where they'll so there'll be cases of you've seen the pictures where they're outside the store. It's the same process. So sometimes a retailer might have sold, I don't know, 30 something, and they're in cases of 6, so they'll add a couple of extra to the thing, or or decide to sit on them and see if the value is going to go up or any of that sort of stuff. That's kind of down to them. Of how many is on the market at the end of the day. I will say that in general, I don't believe many retailers buy additional stock to sit on in the hope they'll buy 1 or 2, but that's the type of 1 and 2 that you see on eBay for silly money after the case, especially if something's quite popular.
Now, Andy, Sean has a great question. I think he asks, would you prefer us pre-order directly from Iconiq, or does it matter?
Does it matter? Right. So very, very good question, because at the same time, I'm not going to... my answer would be pre-order where works for you as an individual, and I am kind of I'm kind of cutting myself out there, because obviously if you order directly from us, we do make more money out of it. I need to be real about that. That's how it works. Okay. But as a collector, I'd say shop where you're happy to shop first. That's the thing. I'm very aware we're a new company. I'm very aware that you might want that security of buying for a sideshow or a big bad toy store or something like that. I'm just saying the American ones, but we've got places all over the world. And if you're looking for a list, there's stuff on we put retailers' posts on the Facebook group. But the whole point is shop where is important to you. Now I can say in the future we probably will go down a road where there are offers directly from our store. There probably will be exclusive stuff and variants. One of the things that we're doing, for example, the Ali bust that's going to come out, it's going to be one of the first ones. In that box, there is a web address printed in the front of that box that if you go to it, you will then be able to provide us with your proof of purchasing the figure, which is what you'll need to be able to do that, and then we will send you a membership code that lasts for a year. Okay, that membership code we're planning to give discounts to people who are purchasing directly from our site, and we're going to pass, if we're making a little bit more out of it, we're going to pass that on. Obviously our stuff is going to ship from the source directly. It would make no sense for me to ship all the stock to the UK and then ship all the stock out to America from the UK and pay too lots of tax on it. That would be insane. So if you have a problem, in your country with getting stuff through borders and stuff like that, I'd always recommend buying from your own retailer directly. But chances are, if you order directly, you're dealing direct, so it cuts out the amount of stuff with shipping and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit faster. Your mileage may vary, but what we're trying to do as well, working with retailers to do, is to make sure that where possible, all our figures launch around the same time with batches that we're doing. So we're going to try and put stuff on the boat at one time and so on and so forth, depending on where retailers are, to make it balance out a little bit. So yeah.
Awesome.
Andy, I'm kind of curious to know. You just mentioned about a global or simultaneous launch release of the figures.
Yeah, trying to.
Trying to, yeah.
Trying to.
But just with this current climate of shipping prices or what's going on in shipping right now, man. I mean, how do you feel like that? How are you?
That's the answer.
How are you guys impacted?
It's a weird thing. Because shipping is a nightmare. So, for example, there are large retailers who obviously own their own shipping containers and stuff like that, which makes it a lot easier for them. If they physically own one of the metal boxes and they move their own metal box made to be, they're only paying for space on a boat. So that makes it massively easier for them. So the bigger the retailer, the chances are that that's a thing. If they're a smaller retailer ordering directly, or if we've got to get it to people and stuff like that, we have to source one of those metal containers and source the space. Now, this time of year, every man and his dog is going to be fighting for those containers and paying over the odds. Like, I guarantee you Sony buying every container unit they possibly can to get PlayStations to people for Christmas. I guarantee that that's a thing. So there is a lot of it. We had some quotes that were in excess of 700% of what they were last year.
God damn.
For shipping.
Jeez.
700%. You know, so you were quoted at one price and they're like, yeah, it's not that today. And I honestly don't believe any shipping is going to really drop off till next year, because I know for a fact that there are several companies doing what we're having to do at the moment. So, for example, the plan for certain releases right now was, and why the Ali boss took a little bit longer, was I was going to be physically sat in China looking at them as they came off the line and going, yeah, I like that one. No, can we have a look at that batch? Can we do this? And that was physically going to be there. The flip side of this is we can't do that. I can't get into there right now. You know what I mean? Even if they'd allow me into the country, it'd be a 21-day quarantine. And then I'd have to go through the process, get to there, and then be allowed in as a business, which is very, very slim at the moment because of, you know, and because we're from the UK and we haven't got the best record with sort of how people are handling this pandemic over here, it sort of causes problems with travel. So,
Yeah.
So what we're having to do is literally, rather than just quality checking, we've got people on the ground that are doing it, but because of wanting to check ourselves, I know for a fact that I've literally got some Ali busts in the air that have been randomly picked off the line to check before I'm green lighting them to go out. You know, to make sure that I'm doing a quality check as if I was there, but I'm having to ship the thing halfway across the world and pay for the privilege of doing it. And yeah.
I want to
not
just
fun.
read the retailer list real quick. So, North America, we have Sideshow, Big Bad Toy Store, Monsters in Motion, Time Walker Toys. UK, The Good, The Bad, and the Robots, The Imperium of Cool, Anime Gami, Asia 1/6 Kit, Mami Giore.
Mamagora, they're the big one in Japan.
Okay, there we go. And then can you help me with this one too?
I think that's
Zwan Yi
Shunyi Toys. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Butchered that. Europe, we have
Nah,
Black Bricks,
so have I.
D-Toy, Boys, Action Figures House, Jedi Shop, and then over in
Pop
Oceania,
Culture.
we have Pop Culture.
And I think there's more than that as well. It's just what we obviously do is post things that are directly in contact with us one way or another, whereas there'll be lots of other little retailers that might not deal with us directly. So I would say if any retailer is watching this and they want adding to our list because they do stock our thing, contact us and we'll update that.
Yeah.
It's the best way of doing it.
Steve says with the price of shipping being up 700%, how does that compare to shipping through air?
Shipping through air is a nightmare at the moment because what people don't realise is air shipping is normally offset by people flying themselves. Okay, so
If you need a pilot, though.
so yeah, be a pilot, get Ox Air, on your
Yeah, there you
absolutely.
go. Shout out.
I know, yeah, exactly. I know references.
I can't believe he
fuck-
knows
so,
Ox Air.
so yeah,
Like he knows.
So-
He fucking knows. Also, welcome Pete to the stream, my guy.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Pete.
What's up, Pete?
Hey, Pete.
So yeah, so air shipping obviously is very dependent. I think what people also don't realise is that the big problem and where this is all snowballed from is when everybody went into lockdown. Basically, there was no planes in the air. So then everybody went, oh God, what do we do? I know, we'll put it on a boat. And it created this backlog of stuff that would not normally be on a boat was then on a boat, which meant the stuff that would normally be on a boat then wasn't or was further down the queue. And now planes are starting to come back. That's why you're getting different orders and things happening all over the shop. It's difficult. That's why, like, for example, shipping stuff at the moment directly isn't a massive issue, but it is depending on which country you're in. So I know there's one manufacturer who I'm not going to drop in this who are really struggling to ship stuff out to people and having to say, look, we'd agreed to ship you with this, but we're doing FedEx now and we're going to have to charge this amount. I'm saying right now that we're absorbing whatever we needed to do. Basically, if we've made an agreement, we've made an agreement, and that's what we're sticking to. It's sort of the way it works with the consumer and stuff like that. And for most of I think shipping is going to ease off about May next year would be my assumption, which obviously puts a lot of our stuff in that bracket of, some of it fitting into that time sort of slot that I imagine shipping will become easier as we get up to release on things like American Psycho and Ryu and stuff like that dropping.
Equan says, does the reward / kickback on the Iconiq store apply to Ryu?
Yeah, so if you have the Ali bust already, so the Ali bust, when it ships out from Sideshow and stuff like that, and when we ship directly, we'll have that code, and you could possibly apply it. I think. I don't think they're gonna if they've not shipped today. I don't think you're gonna get it by November 15th. Would be my gut, depending on how full a container is and how quickly the boat's moving on set day. So it would apply. Now, I do know that because we delayed stuff, anybody who'd purchased one of the Ali busts directly from our store, so if you're one of those people, we emailed them the discount codes early to say, hey, we know there's a delay, here's your discount code, and yes, if you've got that discount code, you could apply it to Ryu.
Love to see it. I don't want to overstep our time with you. I know we had
no, it's fine. I'm here until we need.
Okay.
I'm here until we need to be, so it's fine.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't want to abuse your time. Anyone else have a question here from the panel?
Question.
I had a question that
everything was answered.
Yeah, I had something, but it just completely slipped my mind right now. I lost my train of thought.
It's because I'm rambling.
No.
No. This is all interesting. It's just great
Well,
to
I
hear
have
your
a-
insight.
A selfish what if question.
Sure, absolutely.
So if Ryu is coming out Q2, Q3 next year,
yes.
when would like a possible Ken come out?
Good question. I think it's safe to say that we're already in the process where Ken will probably be announced before Ryu's out. I think that's fair to say that's probably going to be the case. I know that we've got another product that will launch before the end of the year because it has to, legally, licensing times and stuff like that, and that is going to be a numbered limited edition, but it's not to do with this line. I know there's going to be one more thing that's going to be up the end of this year. So I'd imagine you're going to have some sort of more stuff before Ken, but we've got all this stuff plotted out. It just sometimes things move, unfortunately, from a licensor perspective, and people say, "Oh, and you need to put this out now," or "We have to delay this thing that you'd planned to be launched here for X amount of months because it lines up with something we're doing in brand synergy and stuff." So that's why you see a lot of these things where you're like, "Why have they released that figure now?" Because they have to, because they've been told so by the licensor, and that's the reason.
I got also a question about like production, I guess.
Sure.
Like let's say because like a Ken a Ken mirrors Ryu pretty much for the hand accessories. Like what if you were to make a running change on hands? Like would that be able to make it into a future figure?
You'd be really what I will say is you will be surprised, particularly with the Street Fighter line, how you would think that hands and stuff would be really easy to cross over, right? They just aren't. So, for example, so with the hands, because they're not stock, because they're massive, as you've seen. I mean, they are huge. There's the head sculpt. There's the hand. Okay, so. To give you an idea of perspective, the hands are absolutely massive on this thing. Okay, now Ken's in 5, they're in black. They have an extra piece of pad there, so it's like, well, how would you mold that, etc., etc. At the end of the trailer, obviously, you see that it's sort of the classic Ken design rather than the black T-shirt version. If you look at his hands, you can see most of his hands, and there's a back cover to them, yeah? Which you would think, oh, well, hang on, back cover, surely you can use those hands for Akuma. No, because Akuma has a different strap on the palm. So immediately, like, you look at stuff across a thing and go, oh, well, you can reuse lots of these hands. And if we wanted to cop out, yes, we probably could. And people go, well, that's not accurate. And they would probably save us a lot of money. But I don't want to do that. To be quite frank,
that's good to
it
hear.
would annoy
That's the
the
heart
hell
of the
out me.
collector, man. Love to hear it.
And that's the point, because there's a lot of it's not quite like 3D printing and making your own hands and resin casting at home. You know, when you're using these molds, it's steel molds, and to produce those things it's a work of art in itself, which is why we're partnered with sort of 11 and stuff like that, people who've produced stuff already that you probably already own. In fact, I'd probably argue that the stuff that you own that's been produced by that team that you don't know have been produced by that team because they're uncredited. And it's one of those things that we've made sure that, you know, by physically going there and seeing what the production process is, because I mean, like, I've walked around, 30, 40 factories in China, and it's amazing to see the massive difference between how quality's checked, is treated. It's like some people treat it like an art form where they're very, very committed to it must go out like this and look like this at the end, and there's other stuff where they're like, yeah, we'll just bang it out and it'll be fine, and it's this much, and it's, you know, it's 50 cents cheaper an order or whatever, because, you know, you're saving this much on it, so the quality drops fine. And that's why you get some companies who'll just bang it out the door, because they're going to save the money in the long run. And it's probably a completely stupid idea on our part to do that and to sort of commit to that, but we want to make things as accurate as possible. Hence not just go in the stock body route or whatever. We wanted to
love to see it
to be as accurate as we can.
It's good to hear.
That's what it's about.
I'm going to get into Mr. Musashi's comment, but just drop a hint. Maybe we get a Mrs. Doubtfire figure down the line. No, kidding.
If the numbers are there, we'll do it. The numbers are there and the license is there.
With a TB League body.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Can you imagine that? No.
Mate, yeah.
I don't know if I want to.
I can just imagine horrible pictures that would emerge from that.
What would be better is if it could be Mrs. Doubtfire and Robin Williams.
Exactly,
like,
with the
at
removable.
same time.
Oh my God, Eddie.
Yeah.
We're going to.
Oh, man.
Mr. Musashi says, Andy, thank you again for your transparency and dedication to your product. I just ordered both Ryu and the Ali bust. I'm more than happy to support your projects going forward. That is well said.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very,
Legend.
very much. Hang on, just let me see if I can find this. This is the problem. Unfortunately, my phone's become this cesspit of millions of screenshots. So, and it's like what you can show and what we can't show and stuff. But just to show you, there's the massive stack of Ali boxes that is currently stacked. So if you've just ordered it, yours is probably in batch
Holy
one somewhere
shit.
there. And I mean massive stack. It's bloody huge. There's
Jesus.
like
That's exciting.
lots and lots and lots of boxes.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, that's probably one of yours.
I Am Legend says, I'm sold. Thank you, team and Andy. Yeah, big shout out to Andy for coming on tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
The one thing I would say there is, although I do a lot of the talks, the team are awesome. The team that are involved are just like Street Fighter. One of our artists, Hugo, lives and breathes Street Fighter. Like when we approached the license, when we were actually going for the original meeting, I remember him going, "Well, if you're going for this meeting, here's all the art books and here's all the PDFs I've acquired online forever for art reference for like everything from Street Fighter ever." And I was like, "So would you like to draw some concept art?" And he went, yeah. And like a day later, I had this beautiful concept art. So if you've like seen, I think it's there's a snippet of it that we will be releasing in full later down the line. But there's a snippet in it in one of our progress things on Facebook, and it's amazing to see how committed people are to it. So, as I say, like 11 and everybody involved in that side of things, like, I'm just trying to think who I can talk about, like Max, who helped us produce the video.
Do you want to give any shout outs of any
Lexi
people in
and-
particular?
Just all of them. I mean, I'm sure we credit Leon, who was one of the guys who was heavily involved in the 3D design of it. Just all those people are just amazing, and I couldn't achieve this sort of thing without them, and having that support network and all these people all over the world it's amazing to have that sort of support.
Awesome.
I actually remember my question now that from Danny's previous question. So with
His
you,
mind
with
is
you going,
old, Andrew. I'm sorry.
please forgive
Don't
me.
worry, man.
It's the dementia.
You know what? Never mind. I got my finger on that trigger right now. Never mind.
Oh, ask the question, dude.
Real
It's fine,
quick.
honestly.
No. I'm just trying to kick out Zach here. But anyway,
Wow.
with you going back to the licensor real quick, I just want to know the exact, if you can give a definitive answer to the exact pronunciation, if it's Ryu or Ryu. So Danny says Ryu. Some people say Ryu. So I just want to know if you actually have a definitive answer to this question.
I would say Ryu. That's I would say. However, it's amazing how many people you deal with in licensing that all have different pronunciations of things and their different interpretations of things.
Mario and Mario.
I
Right.
putting
Seriously, Pete.
Capcom aside, putting Capcom aside because they really know their product, and
Yeah.
there's a couple of others that we've announced that we're working in that really know their product. But I have been to some licensing meetings before where I've talked about like a particular license or whatever, and they're like, "We own that." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here for the meeting." They don't even know that they own the property that I'm there to discuss. and
That's amazing.
It's amazing. I've been to places who not only don't know that they own it, but like they have it in their filmography, they have it in the stuff, and they don't have the official legal information on which studio owns the rights in that particular country, and they have to find out, and then they can't because the studio that had it went bust at some point. And so for some reason one country you could release whatever in that country, and it's technically unlicensed, but nobody owns the real official rights to it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, licensing's it's a weird mistress. I'll say that it's very, very strange.
Can we get
Erwin
the?
just mentioned?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Erwin just mentioned Mario. Like I kind of like that, but no, I'm sticking with Mario. That's that's me.
Can we mention the pre-order cutoff date one more time?
Yeah,
For,
I believe it's
for this figure.
I believe it's the 5th of November. Is
snap.
the official?
Remember the 5th of November.
Exactly, Bonfire Night. That's exactly because of the UK and V for Vendetta. Obviously, that's totally why we picked that. Not because it's after payday and make sure people can get to the end of the month if they need to.
What a
strategy.
legend!
Always
What a
thinking of the
legend.
collector. Love it.
What a legend!
Oh, dude.
Well,
That's
thank you
awesome.
for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it. And
Not a problem.
Maybe we can make a post if people have questions. Maybe we can set up some questions that we can give you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if something comes along and we need to, and you want to, there is sometimes limitations on what we can say and can't say. Obviously, the amount of weird questions that we've had and fielded. Oh, I'd really like you to make this particular thing from that. That's fine, but there's a lot of conversations that have to be. You almost have to sign an NDA 9 times out of 10 when you take a license to say you won't announce before a specific date and things like that. So it's very, very tricky. And if some people sometimes might think, well, it's us being difficult or trying to hide stuff, trust me, it's far, far easier for me to just talk about it. But it's like, I have to sometimes skirt around a point, if there's something we're officially not allowed to talk about or whatever, as much as I'd like to talk about stuff.
I'm curious to know if I'm sorry if you were gonna
Sure, keep going, man.
see him out. I'm curious to know if you're gonna like possibly tease us or give us any sort of exclusive on the development for the for Ken. Other than the gi that you just kind of tease us with.
The gi that you've seen.
If that's it, then that's it. It's all good.
Okay, yeah, it's so to give you, I can give you the process that happens with that. So so obviously you saw in the video we had to put at the bottom of the thing like in development, right? So the reason I can't just talk about it is because what will happen is we've concept arted that's been greenlit, then we 3D print it, and then that gets so they see it in 3D, and then that gets greenlit and shown to them, and then they approve it, and then we go to physically make it, and then that has to go back and be approved again. And so like when you see something in the video like that teaser, for example, we had to physically go through a load of processes just to get the back of Ken greenlit for that to appear in that video. It was touch and go right till the end if that was going to appear or not. So like literally that at the moment is all we can show for that. I can tell you that the head's there, literally over there in the corner of my room, if that's an exclusive.
Okay, all right.
It exists. It's somewhere over there. I just can't show it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's exciting. November 5th.
Yeah.
All right, keeping that in mind. And another thing, real quick too. I mean, I apologize if this was also previously discussed. I remember hearing something about TB League bodies aren't always like the aren't friendly to paint applications, and I'm curious. So I thought I heard you mention that this was something that's pretty much off the shelf, but did you guys also apply some sort of paint apps to the actual body, to the stock body, or this is just?
It's about mix is the answer. That's a really good question. So when you paint something that's silicone, you're applying silicone paint, and there's a process that you could go through with that. It's far more effective for us to design the body in the color that it's meant to be in, and create it in the material that it's meant to be in. And what we've done is we worked backwards. So a lot of TBL bodies that you'll see when somebody's made a custom is they've taken a off-the-shelf Hot Toys head with a PVC, made a PVC, and it's got painted in the way it's painted, and then they've applied it to a body, and they don't match because the materials are different or the color's different and stuff like that. What we've done is we've done it in a sort of retroactive way. So we've produced the body in the colour that it needs to be. Now, I know my webcam is absolutely awful for colour, but the difference between the body that we have here, and I've took Ryu's hand off, so excuse me, but you can see just even in my crappy webcam that the body colour is really different there.
Yeah.
And that there is probably an element of this is probably dusty and horrible, but because it's not used for loads of things. But the point is that we made it in the colour that we wanted it to be, and obviously the definition adds the shadowing and everything like that. With the head sculpts, what we've done is we've painted them to match the body rather than the other way round, where we've got a body that matches the head. So everything is consistent in the way its colour looks. So if you go back to the photos, for example, of the figure, you'll be able to see that there's colour match. I will say taking a photo of it is an absolute pain, because when you sometimes take a photo in certain light and things like that, because the materials are two different materials, to the eye it looks perfect, but sometimes with photography it picks up the two different materials, and it can be a bit of a pain due to lighting from a photography point of view at some point. So yeah.
Oh, thank you for that, man.
So it's not painted, it's made in the colour, and the heads are created to match the body, is the short answer.
Fantastic.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight, bro. We really appreciate it.
No, thanks, man. I am going to bed because it's now 5:30, and I have a meeting at 10. So thank you very much.
time
Hey,
difference.
take care, man.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, guys. Night.
Appreciate it,
Right.
What a beautiful guy.
man.
Legend,
Great
man.
interview.
Love
A
it.
legend.
That's awesome.
We will drop the pre-order link one more time, and big shout out to Andy for coming on tonight.
Yeah, Christmas is coming. Gotta.
I had no idea about a cutoff date for the pre-orders, man. I'm seriously gonna have to jump on that like right quick.
Yeah,
Don't forget to pick me up on Mario.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I got you. You
Thanks,
and the kid.
Appreciate it.
Wow.
Yeah, no worries.
Eddie requested that we play Scribble earlier, and I'm down to play. If you guys want to play, I'll drop the link in private chat for you guys right now.
Oh wow.
How's
I'd like to
everybody doing tonight?
spectate. I'd just like to watch if you don't mind.
Get the fuck
That's
out.
fine. How you doing today, Pete?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Paint. I'm like kind of already drawing.
I'd just drop in just to give him some support from the UK.
What an angel.
Nice.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a absolute
At
legend.
a ungodly hour in the morning, right? Or not too ungodly. It's not that early. I
Almost
mean,
5, yeah. I had
Pete,
been
bring your gain up just a tiny bit for me, please.
Okay. Whereas I'm not sure if Andy had been, if he'd gone to bed. He said he was going to bed, so.
Yeah, what an angel. You guys' interview was absolutely fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I was absolutely loving it. I was absolutely loving it. Dylan says, Dean, can I ask you to make a drawing for me someday? Well, you are asking, I guess.
I hope it's not nude.
Wow. Dylan, jump on.
Am I
Me,
still
Danny,
mute? Did I mute myself?
No, you're
No, you're
good.
good.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah,
you were mute.
The answer is no.
Aw.
Jesus. Dean, you can play Scribble with us, bro?
I don't know.
We want you to play. You're the best one.
It's kind of why I'm not doing it, you know.
Wow.
How dare you?
I like
get
how
the fuck
Dean
on
draws a
Scribble.
picture to prove a point, but then still draws the picture on top of
That's
the
my
picture.
favorite part.
Yeah, I'll join.
What a fucking legend, bro. What does Dylan want drawn? That's the question.
I don't draw
Himself. naked.
In the
hentai,
nude.
So.
It's like a Jack and Rose sort of thing he's looking for.
Yeah.
Wow.
More like jacking off.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't do that. I told him.
I'll take a copy.
Well,
Yeah, make sure it's a limited run.
It'll be small though. It'll be on one of those little post-it notes.
Oh.
Oh boy.
wow. Is he
I'm
gonna
talking like the
take
strip
that?
ones where you put a page. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dang.
I'll take a centerfold.
Wow. Dylan says I want a naked Pete portrait.
Oh yeah, no,
wow.
I'll draw that all day.
See Pete's face. Pete's like, what?
I have a
here for
few of them in my
He's
collection.
flattered, man.
Bold of you to assume I haven't drawn that already.
Yeah. How bold. Let's see. I'll drop the link again in private chat.
Make sure you don't cheat,
drop it.
Danny.
Let's drop it for
How
the
dare
stream
you.
people too. If anyone in the stream wants to play with us, we're gonna get started here in a bit.
Oh, dog, play with us.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, dude.
Gonna not.
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing
Wait,
happened.
if Mario's not playing, he should host. Or actually,
should
Oh,
host.
that's.
yeah,
Well,
that's
no, because I don't think he can watch if he's
Yeah,
not
that's
playing.
true.
Jeez, Danny.
Fool, bro.
How are you gonna win
Load
then?
it.
Dude, it's
I'm
you
loading
that's
in.
cheating, bro.
That's negative.
Dude, Dylan, you
Yeah.
gotta get.
I don't want to be
Dylan,
accused
get
of
in
cheating,
here,
dude,
please.
so that's why I'm not going to play.
Then don't fucking
5
cheat.
seconds.
Can't help it. Can't help but peek every now
2
and then.
seconds.
At least he's honest about it.
I'm in.
Yeah, there you go.
Because his
James
arthritis
Dean.
is kicking up.
Oh
see,
my
one,
god.
two-
Danny,
Fern, you gonna play with us,
How dare
bro?
you.
Big old Fern, man. He hasn't said shit tonight.
I can. I'm on my phone.
Oh, well,
Oh,
are you gonna
Fern's
talk
here?
tonight? Jesus.
Dingus.
Yeah.
He's here for emotional support.
Let's do something
Pete,
that
Pete, do you want to play Scribble with
involves
us, bro?
Fern.
I'm looking. Will I be able to play on my phone? Because I can't get in. This is my work laptop and it's blocked it.
Oh, well, your work fucking hates us. I actually don't know if you can play on a phone. That's
just
a great
having a look.
question.
You can. It's just a little
Have
difficult.
a gander, as they say across
am-
the pond.
Yeah, well.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Steph plays on her tablet, so a phone
think she
is kinda the
does.
same thing.
Pete, I had a delicious brew of English tea the other night, and it made me think of you. It made me think of Ian. It made me
And
think of
I had the biscuit. I did.
Is that you, Pete? Andres?
No, that's Andreas.
No.
Yeah, that's
I was
Pete.
like, is that
Check.
Pete's alias?
Pete.
Oh.
God, dude, I fucking love you, Pete. I miss you, bud.
I fucking love,
Love you
Pete too.
too.
Look at the CW hat. Are you get recognized down there?
Wow.
Is
Across
anyone
the
like,
pond.
oh my god, you're Pete from OFAC?
Actually-
Not yet, but it's coming.
Dean, if we went to Little Rock, I'm sure we'd get mentioned. That's our #1 city. Shout out to Little Rock, dude.
Really? Is it?
Yeah, it really is.
Arkansas,
Of all
or what
places,
is
that's
it?
awesome.
Little Rock.
Yeah, something like that.
Pete,
Bunch
you're
of
up.
angels.
I'm
All right,
drawing,
Pete's
am I?
drawn.
I don't know what I picked.
Damn,
It'll
so
tell you at the top of the screen.
No. Oh, okay.
How dare you?
Why would you vote kick Pete?
I can't see. Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. PW.
Time Warner?
Danny, at least pick a word that
W.
fits.
WTW.
Oh,
Love
I
it.
got it.
What?
Love it. I love you, Pete.
What?
Danny, we're on a different
Oh
level.
my
Amazing. Amazing.
We're on a different level, guys.
Amazing. That
Wonderland.
was great, Pete. That was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. First one ever.
Wow, that's
Hey.
Pop Pete's cherry.
Screenshot that and pin it on the fridge.
Maybe they'll use it as their
It's a
new
new
cover
Pepsi.
photo.
Use it as your background.
That's on your sticker, man.
All right, who's drawn? Andres.
John, pick a word that fits.
Howdy.
Oh, amazing drawing.
How did you get that?
Amazing drawing.
There's no fucking
Man.
drawing.
Great. Yeah, it was amazing.
Every
Wait, is there a drawing on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't like this game anymore, man. This has happened the last couple times we played. I can't see the drawings.
What?
Yeah, I hate to see it. Yeah, I hate to see it.
I'm just gonna watch them too.
Damn it. It's just not the same.
It's not fun without Eddie.
Wait, Eddie wanted to play too.
I miss my.
I don't know why it does that lately.
It's all that porn, bro.
It's a work laptop.
Exactly.
I'd be watching porn on any laptop. Are you kidding me?
You can get away with it. Hey.
All right.
Eddie's back.
Works
Yay.
this time.
What the what?
Great drawing.
What
Great
is this?
drawing. Absolutely fantastic. One of the finest I've seen.
Can we get a little more, maybe?
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's like if you don't get that, you're just.
There's a little more.
Is this like a DBZ thing?
God
No.
damn it, Dean.
No.
You say hey, and then it bounces back.
I say hey.
Echo.
What?
Oh shit, Fern, you got
Fern
it.
was right, dude.
The everyday collector.
I'll see you later, Ben Thomas.
Penis.
Sweet boy.
Good night, Ben.
Bye, Ben.
But man, mound. Oh, Mons. Grave. Eddie left again.
Yeah, I can't see the drawings, so.
Snoopy.
Dude, what is
Butt
It's a
plug.
lock,
I was gonna say
you
the same
dumb
thing.
fuck.
Thank you.
It's a lock. The vagina gave it away.
Why'd you put Jim?
Yeah, why Jim?
Yeah, because you use it
Oh,
on.
because you use a locker. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nobody here goes to the gym. That's the problem.
That's untrue.
Yeah, I don't know
How-
what this is.
Well, besides
No,
Eddie,
it's just-
Eddie's
Eddie's
hits the gym every day.
Eddie's
Just
working on it.
last week.
I have a-
but it's untrue.
I have an uncle.
I-
that too.
I have a private gym, so you don't have to like lock your shit. People just don't steal there.
Mario
Oh,
hangs out at the jungle gym for all of the neighborhood kids.
Wow.
That seems great.
That's how I met you, Eddie.
Oh,
Hurry up and start drawing, Danny, you
Little
dingus.
fucking jungle.
Dude, I don't even know what I drew. Well, I mean, I picked.
Well, you're fucking drawing, so what do you mean you don't know what you picked?
I had to look
like-
at. I had to Google it,
What?
and it still doesn't make
Trees?
sense.
It really doesn't, bro.
It's a type of tree.
Spruce?
yes.
Bonsai tree.
Birch?
Oh,
You're a
bird.
fucking
Birch is
birch.
white, buddy.
Yeah, birch is white.
Well, how you gonna do white on white?
White on
Fine.
gray.
I've heard that before.
It's white and gray.
Do you have a problem with white on white? You fucking racist.
How dare you?
Dude, you
Racist, bro.
fucking.
I know, and there was an option
Jesus.
there for chopsticks, and I didn't pick it.
How dare you?
Oh.
That would probably be racial, if I'm being completely honest.
That sounds racial.
Can
Oh,
me and Mario?
Grimoire.
Can me and Mario give hints?
Oh, god damn it. Here we
Stints.
go.
Look at he's gonna brush his hair. The fuck?
Oh, amazing.
What kind of a contraption is
Amazing
that in his
drawing.
hand?
Whoa, what the hell? Fern's upside down. Oh, no, he's not. Not anymore.
Amazing drawing.
I was gonna put something very offensive, and I'm not gonna do it.
Are we gonna put Brian Laundry?
Oh wow.
Oh my god. Yeah.
No,
They
that's what I was
found
gonna
him.
put.
No,
They
They
found
might have
him.
found him dead.
I don't think
yeah.
they confirmed him yet. No, they didn't confirm it yet.
Well,
They
the parents
fou-
said that was his backpack.
Yeah, but you don't think that's maybe that's planted. We don't know.
Dean, why didn't you guess it?
It
if
is.
you knew
It
that's
is.
what it was.
It is suspicious that the day the parents go,
don't know.
they find the
Yeah.
stuff. You're
It's
not wrong.
suspicious that John got
But
it
also,
first.
it's suspicious that they found like 5 bodies in that preserve since they've been looking.
I'm texting John the answers. That's why.
I think he was a serial killer the whole time.
I think so too.
It's a rake, right?
That's a broom.
Oh,
Can you
Love
all
it.
shut up?
good.
Be
call.
quiet.
Talk about the ARP or
Hey,
whatever.
can I ask you guys a question?
talk
Did
about
you
the
watch
fucking-
that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? Guilty.
Nightcrawler?
Guilty.
No, is it good? I wanted to watch it.
It's not. It's his
Not
acting's great. It's worth a watch.
But
It could have done a little better, but it's worth a watch. Please watch it. Watch
Well,
it, Dean,
that's,
if you're contemplating it. He did some phenomenal acting there in that movie.
The clitoris?
Wow.
No, this is amazing drawing. Whoever's doing this, amazing.
Wow. I don't know what this is.
Dude, how did John cheat?
No, it's not.
Worm?
I see these
Dude.
all the time.
CLIT,
Oh,
buddy.
that is an amazing
Extra
drawing.
protein.
That
You
is a
get
pretty
extra
good drawing.
protein from these.
Oh,
And they have like 11 hearts
Zach.
or something.
Nut,
not know what
dude.
this
He said extra protein.
Zach, he's fishing.
I gotta poop.
Oh, great hand.
Why would you help Zach?
How dare you?
Because he was the
Don't-
last one left.
Hey,
Don't help
I'm in
these people.
I'm in second place.
Well,
Don't
second
ever
place is in
make
first
that
place,
sound
bro.
again, please.
Flip
okay.
that laugh. Please don't ever make that.
I
don't wanna
prefer
play
your
Eddie's
Joker laugh
playing.
over that.
I Am Legend says that movie was really good. It was good, 90-minute video, very good acting.
Yeah, I agree.
What the? Oh, I like the. Can I get down?
What can I get?
Love it.
Bartender?
Who's drawing this?
I mean, who drew that? That was a beautiful drawing.
Me, sorry.
Dean, that was a fucking Monet.
Count
Can
the
we can we challenge Dean not to draw with a stylus and you insist on use his mouse?
No.
Come on, dude.
not
Let's see. If
fair.
if you're a true artist, man, you don't need a stylus, bro.
Dude, I played like 90% of the games we've played without one. This is only the second time I've had it.
Lie. You lie. Don't believe you, Dean.
Is this a rainbow?
Nope.
Was it a reading rainbow?
Is it a bundle of sticks?
Stop. Jesus.
Puerto Rico?
Oh, I get
Use
it.
them at a night party.
Oh.
Neon light.
Oh, that would be a... What a fucking dumbass you are.
There's more than one.
Neon light.
Wow, really?
Okay, I know
Bundle
Eddie,
of
the guy that
roasters.
can't fucking spell, is coming after me.
Well, I
Next
think
show
you
we're doing a
misspelled
fucking.
it.
Next show
It
we're doing a
wasn't that
fucking
you
spelling bee.
misspelled it, you fuck. It was that you said
Fucking
neon
dude,
light at all.
Is there a spelling bee game? Well, we should do that.
Let's
That
fucking
I didn't
play a
know
spelling
neon
bee.
light ended with a K.
Let's play Are You Fucking Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I think when I put that, I don't think neon light. I don't think the K was up. So fuck you.
the K was the first one.
Dude, this is how Dean arches his back, dude.
What the fuck?
Wow.
I mean, it is, but
Is
don't
that the
say
Dark
that.
Mouse Speeder?
I love it. You love to
Dude,
see
I'll
this.
never forget
What a
Bambi,
retarded
dude.
sea lion.
How dare you?
The Bambi with like forward-facing knees.
Holy shit.
If you don't pick the right word right here, wow. Why would you pick the harder word?
Fucking
What?
Wow,
PG.
Pete, really?
Oh, that's easy. Wow,
Of
everyone
course it's
did.
easy.
I was gonna put John when there's a reissue, but that was
Wow.
just too on the nose,
Alright.
too on brand.
Wow.
You wouldn't be able to draw
Asian?
this masterpiece.
Clinically
Fucking
insane
Asian?
is not.
Everybody's just gonna skip Dean's racism over there?
How dare you?
You didn't see my thing earlier? I put peps and I put pepsicles.
What the?
It's a fleshlight.
Fleshlight?
It's one of those.
Beautiful.
trumpet?
And trumpet.
Was
it's,
it bugle?
It's the cousin of a trumpet.
Trombone?
What an idiot.
Dude, because that's not how trombones look.
Let's
at
see how many
all.
people. Let's see how
I
many people can spell
know.
it.
Just fucking with them, dude.
A drum.
Dinguses.
I'm gonna draw
Oh
a
shit,
trombone.
it's a
Hey.
trombone.
Yo, I'm in first place.
Please stop.
Ew. Fucking
stop.
dingus, bro.
He's hiding the noises coming out from behind that curtain.
Whoa.
First place, baby. I might not finish in first place, but I'm in first place.
Oh, you'll definitely finish.
A crack pipe.
Huh.
How do you not
Oh,
know what this is?
how do you spell it?
It's
How do you spell it?
Halloween. It's fucking Halloween.
I can't. How do you spell it? I forgot to spell it.
What a dumbass.
Jeez,
Is it
man.
2 L's?
There's a U.
Doesn't Eddie typically finish like
C-O-U-L-D-R-O-N.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
C-O-U-L?
Wow.
Damn it, Eddie. I thought you were better than that, dude.
Balls.
Oh wow, nice.
to ride my bicycle.
Wow. You fucking.
No, I was gonna draw him playing a trombone because someone fucked up that trombone.
Easy,
They put
that
like
was a
two.
great
They
trombone.
put like 2 right angles on it.
You hate to see it.
Why you gotta be so
do.
precise, Dean?
I don't know. I can't put Asian again, can I?
How dare you?
Space X. Oh,
Elon Musk.
Oh. Tony Stark.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Why?
I don't know. It's the first name that came to my mind.
because he.
Come on,
takes up
Pete.
too much space.
SpaceX, buddy.
Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Ah.
That's what it. God damn it, Pete.
What?
What? No, what?
Repeat. Why aren't you trying?
Elon Musk.
I can't even make
Herpy
fun of him.
flirt de derp de derp.
Oh, what the?
What a dingus.
What's this drawing? Up dog? What's up dog?
Why are you doing this? That's Danny.
Okay.
Submarine.
Close.
Yeah, it starts with the.
The submarine starts with a P.
Propeller. That's what I'm thinking. Oh! Amazing.
I don't know the word. Oh! No! Fuck! My fat fucking fingers.
This is how you don't do it. This is how you do it.
Zach's on first place again. I don't know the word. The sounds John was making. Earth.
It's an olive.
Pete got this, but not Elon Musk.
It's an
I
amazing
don't think they
job.
have Elon Musk over there.
You use it in a gin and tonic.
How would the white lines help?
Oh.
Penis?
Do you remember?
Limes have the little white, where the
Eddie, the white
fruit
lines always
separates.
help, dude. Whenever we're dealing with you.
I saw you pick it and I couldn't even.
That was a great joke, Mario. Well played.
What's the Jesus thing?
I am legend says Gamora's butthole.
Wow.
Jesus.
A good guess. You draw Dean's fingers?
Fuck?
Wow.
The guy's hand from Cinnamon too.
Jesus, Eddie's a fucking comedian now, apparently.
Love it, Pete.
Bro,
He
like
was
a piece
talking
of
about his
shit.
fingers.
Holy shit.
I love it, Pete.
Cece's in here. Cece, go play with him.
I miss CC.
I love you, dude.
Cece, get in here and tell Eddie to go fuck himself. It's okay, Eddie. I love you too. You dingus. What? I heard you. You call me dickhead.
Well, that's teeth.
Sometimes my lips get stuck on my teeth.
Oh,
Gums.
Gingivitis.
Gingivitis.
That's a good drawing.
This is
I don't know how to
definitely
fucking
teeth.
spell gingivitis.
Geico.
Oh, tooth. Tooth. T-O.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Eddie.
Damn it, Eddie.
Why the fuck would you spend so much time on the gums? Who was drawing that?
That was Andres.
That's Andreas.
Andreas.
That was awesome. What?
It's John's house.
Church?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, it's a
Great
barn.
drawing. Great drawing.
Oh.
I am
Mario,
Legend says I
stop
love hanging out
shouting
with
the
this crew.
answers, you
They
fucking
crack me up.
I
Wasn't
didn't
it you that
say
said that?
anything.
Jesus, Eddie.
You're stupid, eh?
Estúpide.
You're stupid.
Call me
eh?
stupid.
Man, you're fucking dumb, man. You fucking pinche payaso, eh.
Excellent drawing.
SpongeBob.
That's what I thought it was too. Look like a fucking dusty
is
ass
for you,
piece of
Zach.
cheese.
Achieved it.
You know you have bigger space there, right?
It's real great use of the negative space.
Anyone who pays attention to the show,
Oh, I know what it is.
come on,
That is
Zach,
a great.
wake up, Zach.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's bad.
New
I
this
mean,
week?
the shit don't look like that, but I don't know what y'all stamps look like in Canada. Fucking sent by
Fuck,
the Ravens.
Danny came in second now. Fuck, you see what? You guys are useless.
Wow.
The
Useless.
fuck, bro?
Dude, whenever
Are we
John
supposed
said,
to
can we all
help you
just
win?"
not guess?
The Rising Sun?
He's a dingus.
It's a balloon animal.
The crap.
It's a fucking lobster,
chicken.
you fucking dinguses.
Wow.
Who's drawing this, by the way? Because they're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Oh,
Drop the
never
little
mind.
black eyes.
See
There
some
you go.
obvious scaling issues.
I know, right? The legs aren't that long, and the claws are.
Oh, you said black eye.
Hey, at least I can play.
Wow!
Wow.
How dare you? Here we go. This is gonna be a great one.
Fax machine.
Clip.
Jeez.
Good drawing.
Weird.
Deformed hand.
Zoidberg.
How many hands? How many fingers do y'all have up there?
It's a ghost.
Toe. That's his foot, actually.
The mouth is where the asshole is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
Be me.
On an
Dude.
octopus?
We lost all our viewers.
I think they have assholes. Oh,
that's
if
Swiss.
we haven't lost all our viewers yet, by the time we finish this and we go to the next section, it's gonna be fucking ridiculous.
What next section? I'm not
Next
playing
section,
this
there's more.
We're gonna look at the greatest Instagram account, Peak Human.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
The Peak Human form.
Dude, we should have watched that instead of this.
Shut up.
I
Tim.
honestly forgot about it until I remembered. This is some abstract Banksy drawing. Who the fuck is drawing?
It's me.
Someone. This needs to be on a shirt. Why is his neck built like that?
Dude, I'm lost.
It's 'cause
I thought it was SpongeBob at first.
Is that Ian?
Pete, do you have Parkinson's?
Wow.
Jesus.
Can I get your
Optimus
Can I get your
Prime.
signature?
Why does he have a 9-pack? Why does he have a 9-pack
Jesus, John.
horizontal?
Jesus.
Chest plate? Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Man was built like a bag of beans. Jesus, Pete. Go back to bed.
Wow.
Clip that.
No,
Oh, I know
someone
this
said
one.
Parkinson's.
Draw some white lines on it. Maybe people will get it. Oh, there you go.
Who's drawing this?
This is way better than the line, by the way.
100%.
Mine was the inside of the line. Mine was
Looks like a
great.
kiwi.
It was moldy.
Kiwi has a lot of black seeds, bro.
Wow.
That's racial.
That is racial. How do you know they're bad seeds?
No, black. Oh, that's.
Oh,
Jesus, Eddie.
Oh,
You said
you fell for that.
Wow.
That's, we can never play this.
Oh,
again.
that's a clip of the week right there.
That was you, dude. What the fuck?
You're the one that said it.
That's an accordion, you dumb fucks.
How do you spell it? That's
How
the
do you spell
question.
it, Eddie?
I don't want to play anymore.
Accordion.
How do you spell it, Pete?
Accordion.
Love you. Oh, of course
Did I
you
get
know
it
how to
right?
spell accordion.
Ian.
Was that right?
That seems right.
Isn't accordion a Mexican thing?
Wow, how dare you?
Fucking asshole, dude. Oh, I was right, motherfuckers.
How the fuck can you not spell branch but you can spell accordion?
I don't know, man. It's crazy how nature do
Crazy how nature did it.
Oh my god. You guys are dinguses.
John's drawing again?
Is it Elon Musk's brother?
Why is
Quantum
his head
Musk?
caved in?
Come on, guys, pay attention.
Wow.
It was more Shazam, but okay.
Harry
No,
Peter.
not Harry Peter.
That's his nickname for his peen. His peen tube.
Hermione given nickname.
I'm using my tablet so I can write in my answer, but my computer guesses the word I spell.
That's how'd you know what they called Pete in college?
That's getting clipped.
Hey, Peter. Oh, poor Pete.
What is this? Oh,
White House.
Thought that was Mario sitting at the beach.
Wow.
Oh,
He didn't draw any wrinkles.
oh this is hard.
Yeah, that's.
Jesus, this is hard.
Pick
Okay,
the
I'm
hard
gonna
one.
go for it.
I know what it is. Damn it! What happened to my computer?
ramen. Ice cubes.
Zach, you should draw it. I don't know how to say it without spoiling it. Because they're not going to get it this way.
That looks nothing like what you're supposed to do.
Like what?
When it's
like
when
what,
it's
Dean?
sculpted,
Or-
Zach, like on TV when you see stuff with people like putting shit in it. You know how it looks like a
Oh, like this? Like with like a melon in there and a little bit of a grape, maybe?
well, like the shape.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
they
I
shape
got it.
it.
Oh!
Look at the word. That's that's. nothing
Wow,
like
maybe
it.
God
John
damn
isn't
it.
cheating. It took him forever.
I don't cheat. I told you that I don't cheat.
That's a
Wow,
little
I
Fruit
converted
Loops.
all of them. Wow.
Jesus, you can.
Well, once you saw the J and L, you figured it out.
Exactly.
Don't
exactly.
talk about Judaism like that, Zach.
Yeah, you're converting
Whoa.
people now.
Not
CC
me.
says that's what she said. Pemrica said, you guys are so mean. I love it. Also, he said horrible drawing. Fuck you.
Pemricas. Get to
Why
work
is
on
this
that.
guy's-
Pikachu sticking out?
Why is this guy's waist off his body?
Oh no! Is this one of those Manny drawings?
Oh
He's
no!
got two Pinus. That little man is hanging brain.
That's not enough letters for the word uncle.
That's a kickstand.
Oh, excellent drawing.
babies are
Whoa!
Oh no!
Excellent drawing.
Oh no!
That man's all bald.
Wow!
What's
That
this
guy's
drawing
got to get
of?
checked out.
This is Mark Pearson.
Pew pew pew.
Eh.
Shrink? Oh. It's not bad. It's okay.
It's not good.
I don't know what this is.
I feel like I'm watching someone play Contra with that shoe.
Tiny.
Wow.
Tiny.
Dude, I
He
get the
says
concept.
1-to-1 versus 1/10.
Those balls
Love
love
Contra. Oh, you guys are too much for my heart, man.
Poor John's heart.
You sure it's not the
Pemricus is
fucking
gifted.
Dude, drink some
cigars?
red wine, bro.
I'm gonna need to borrow Mario's life alert. I'm telling you,
Wow.
he doesn't need it. I think I need it now. This is not bad actually.
Is this
You don't even
SpongeBob
know
Muscle
what it is.
Pants?
The anatomy is.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
wow,
Don
really?
Toretto, but I don't know what his last name is. Oh,
No, it's not Don. Well, it is, but
Oh, what's his real name?
amazing.
Vendigo.
why is he pink?
Because they didn't.
That's
have
actually good to
tan.
say.
I can't spell Diesel.
Okay, you can't put hints to the.
D-I-E-S-E-L.
Idiot.
What a dingus.
That's Dicel.
He's got elephantitis. Jesus.
We gotta play. Here's what we gotta do for our holiday giveaway. We gotta play Scribblo with the listeners, and if they can beat me, they get extra entries.
Calm down.
I think only Zach is gonna get this one.
Oh, this is Splatoon.
Is this Dragon
Amazing.
Ball stuff?
Amazing. This is amazing drawing. Amazing drawing.
Is this like anime thing?
Sorry.
Mamafuku?
Amazing drawing.
Oh, Ladybug.
Miraculous. Simply the best.
Fuck, Danny got it fast. Those quick fingers. Those fucking.
Is this
That's
that anime that you have the
inspirational.
statues of?
What does this have to
Yeah.
do with a ladybug?
I actually put it
That's
in
just
the
superhero.
store.
I
remember that
I actually
I
put it
remember
in
him
a,
talking
in a
about that.
storage.
That's what
I put
mean.
it in a storage, actually. I was so disappointed with that statue.
That's a great statue.
This is gonna be the easiest drawing I've ever done.
Here we go.
Oh.
Ah,
Are you guys
I started
serious?
typing something else.
No, it's not tic-tac-toe, for God's sakes.
Pound?
I was gonna start.
Pound
I was-
either. It's pound.
Dude, I
What's
had
the other
to-
word for pound?
It's the thing that John
What are
doesn't
the-
use enough of on his clips post.
Pound that ass.
Social media.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my God, you guys serious?
Snowflake by the lake.
Hashtag.
Oh, thanks, friend.
Fern's still here?
Pete doesn't use social media, man.
Yeah, dude.
He was right though with the pound.
He enjoys a nice handwritten letter.
Exactly.
I'm gonna write Pete a letter.
Return mail.
Oh, this is Dig Dug.
Diglett, you mean?
Yeah.
Is it actually though?
Right.
Anal.
Wow. It's
Why
disturbing.
does he have extra?
Oh
It's Goro.
no!
What is happening?
What a good drawing. You
John
ruined
has
it.
the statue.
You ruined it with the green. Take the green off. You ruined it with the green. What an
the fuck is
amazing
this?
drawing.
Oh, I see
Don't
it.
hint it. Don't hint. No hints.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, okay.
Don't hint it.
Wait, how?
Don't hint it.
What the fuck was that noise?
I just
Oh,
took second
dude.
place.
Sounded like Peter Griffin.
Hey, Lois. What you doing? I fatted?
Here we go. Man, there really isn't a flesh tone. Okay, there's no way two of
Dude,
y'all
you
got
guys
that from
fucking
that.
cheated.
No, he said that
That's
it's three letters, and he said
flesh tone.
he said flesh tone with 3 letters. What else is it?
You
I
can
use-
use
I use
your flesh
pink.
tone, you fuck. There's brown right there.
I didn't even do the
Wow.
wrong. Wow.
Everybody was just like, fuck it.
Fuck yes.
Ew,
What the fuck was that?
Someone's-
Someone needs to get
someone's
checked for
tea.
COVID
Pete,
immediately.
Pete, your tea is ready over there, guy.
All right, let's look at the peak of humanity.
Oh my god, has Pete seen this?
I don't think so.
Pete, you need
This
to
doesn't involve
prepare-
any spring rolls, right? Or whatever. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh man.
Wait, I gotta
respect.
find the best
Hey,
one.
Joe.
Viewer
Right
discretion.
here,
Told me
listen to
that
this.
you got a new
Listen to
position
this.
at work. Congratulations.
oh,
Oh, dude. Fucking.
I hear you were having a crappy time on the COVID floor.
dude,
But
I
now
want
that
to
that's
quit.
over, it's on to new things. Hospice.
Oh,
I know that nursing is more than cleaning cuts and wiping butts.
There's
It's
no
a
way
very
this is
demanding
real.
full-time job, and Drew loves you very, very much, and he's really proud of all your accomplishments. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do, and I hope you can start this new journey off with a blast.
There's no way this is real.
That's
bro.
hemorrhoids.
There's no way.
dude, I like his tiny little microphone.
Me too. Eddie, that's actually the mic we're gonna send you.
That's what
Congratulations to
It's gonna
David's
smell like shit too.
Don't wipe when you're
Oh wait, that's the best.
That one's my favorite.
don't wipe when you're done pooping.
Oh,
Just stand up and walk out.
Oh
Be a
no!
man. Don't
Who's
wipe.
with
he's
me,
dripping
boys?
everywhere.
This is
Erwin
not real.
says, Erwin says, man, I'm having my lunch. My God.
Hey, Caleb. I heard it's your birthday.
I like his little pop filter for his mic.
Hey.
Oh look, this is for John right here.
Hey, John. Heard it's your birthday, and you're a really big fan of my work. Your brother. What up, Nick and Mark? Happy birthday, Sean.
Let's see.
Garrett and. Hey, Mike. Happy birthday.
These are all birthday things.
Wait, what's that thing above?
Hello, Kyle.
A cabinet.
Hey, Kyle.
No, I mean on top of the cabinet.
Try this affirmation
fucking-
once a day and
Dude, that girl's actually really
I
funny.
am enough. I deserve to be loved.
Is that
Why
one
does
of
he
those
have a
fly?
fly trap?
It's a fly catcher.
It's a
yeah.
fly trap in the bathroom.
For all this fucking ass.
Hello.
He's
try th-
Jesus.
I deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
That plumbing though, fuck.
Oh my god.
My God.
Dude,
and I'm not
his
talking about the
plumbing,
toilet.
bro.
I'm talking about his insides.
Dude, he's gotta be ill, bro. Like,
That's a proper evacuation. That is.
Jesus Christ.
dude, one of those
What
almost
a-
made me throw
What
Disrespecting
an
Batman.
amazing Instagram account.
Dude, he's disrespecting all of us.
I love how. Hang on, just one more.
Papa John's. Good pizza.
What?
Good breadsticks. Good Lord, I gotta poop.
Dude, there's just no
Papa
way.
John's.
There's no
Good
way.
pizza.
Like, the
gonna
consistency
evolve.
of the sounds. Like, there's gotta be something wrong with him.
What a trooper, though. What an absolute trooper. Legend says he needs to go to the doctor ASAP. Sounds like he has intestine problems for the amount of diarrhea. Cece says with shits he's taking, flesh trap makes a lot of fucking sense.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Dude,
I don't think I've ever been more ecstatic about a YouTuber.
dude, you sent me that when I was at work, bro, and I was fucking dying laughing. Like, I could, like, barely breathe. And my coworker was just, because he was busy on the computer, and I don't think he could hear what I was listening to, but I could just see him, like, giving me the side eye, like, what is wrong with you over there? And it's not like something I could be like, yo, check this out. Dude, it was, oh my god, dude. I was fucking
Wow, Nicholas
dying.
is unsubscribing. You hate to see it.
Whoa!
I hope you come back, my guy.
I just realized my shirt's inside out.
Nice.
Anyways,
something about it?
that was a great After Dark. I'm sorry, Andrew, that we sullied the end of your show with that, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
That was fucking.
Guys, that's nothing compared to the stuff that he plays after the show.
Why the hell's
Oh,
OBS
jeez.
open?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We play some fantastic stuff at the end of the show. Anyways, I love you guys. We have.
No, you don't. Stop lying, dude.
How dare
Whoa.
you? Is this an OFAC week, Pete?
Yep.
That rhymes.
Great. I'm excited for that.
Oh, man.
And then Friday.
Check out Equans.
Equan says, I was in the other room. My wife runs to me. Someone on your computer is having bowel problems. What the fuck are you watching? What do we have Friday? Someone remind me. Let me pull up the schedule.
It's the
Creeps. Oh yeah, we
Creeps,
got to carve pumpkins. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that. And then I think that's it for the week. But,
for you hopping on for that?
Yeah, sure. I'll get a pumpkin.
Buy a pumpkin, bro.
Will you talk?
Jesus. Anyways,
What time are you guys doing?
8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Anyways, we love you guys. Peace and love, and we'll catch you on the next After Dark.
Jumbo baby.
Make sure you wipe.